Hello, I'm Stoic Dan. Last week, my monthly discussion group called Modern Minimalism had a very deep conversation about some of the benefits and burdens of technology in the modern age. We also reviewed some of the ideas from Chapter 1 of Cal Newport's new book called Digital Minimalism. How did humans get to the modern age? And in terms of evolutionary biology, what weaknesses, and we do have weaknesses, are subject to the changes in technology? Here are some ideas for you to consider. First, we already know what technology like Facebook feeds and Twitter feeds can do with our time and energy. But what is the value that we're getting from all that time and energy? Sure, it's good to feel connected, but how many hours a day are you investing in reviewing social media feeds? It's a better plan to balance that work with time for your family and more meaningful projects, or perhaps creative projects. Second, we often talk about technology being neutral, and this is echoed by the teachings of the Stoics from 2,000 years ago. They said that the universe was neutral, and in that same way, technology also allows us to think of it as a neutral thing, offering good and bad. However, realize that technology also allows for bad news to travel faster than good news. So we must recognize that tech can be unbalanced at times, and we should therefore compensate for that. We should protect our fortress, as Marcus Aurelius suggested, our fortress being our mind. And third, technology can distract us. In a time when people are working on their mindfulness, tech can pull us back into the vortex of fast-moving information. YouTube, just as one example, has an endless number of videos on gaming and personal challenges and unboxing of products. Some of these are helpful, but think of all those cat videos. They're fun and entertaining, but as a friend of mine recently reminded me, if aliens were watching us now, they might think that cats were the rulers of this planet. Now, on a serious note, if you examine your behaviors on the internet, possibly watching all these videos, compare this to a moment in the life of an indigenous tribe. You know, there are some indigenous tribes in our world that are still far from civilization, and the most primitive ones only have numbers like 1, 2, 3, and more. Think of how focused their lives would therefore be. They might focus more on gathering food and eating and enjoying their family life. This simplicity of mindfulness is something we've been seeking. I'm going to leave you with a quote by Henry David Thoreau, who wrote these famous lines in his book Walden, published in 1854. He said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation. From the desperate city, you go into the desperate country and have to console yourself with the bravery of minks and muskrats. A stereotyped but unconscious despair is concealed even what are called the games and amusements of mankind. There is no play in them, for this comes after work. But it is a characteristic of wisdom not to do desperate things." Thanks for watching.